Hello guys, we're back again with another video. This lesson will be for grade 12 information technology. We are continuing with 2D arrays. Today we are going to add more on what we were doing yesterday. We are going to add random, sum, and average. So let me open our project, our program, so that we can just start working as soon as possible. So I'm going to open the same program that we were working with yesterday because it was not finished. After we finish it, then we're going to start what we're going to do today. So this is the program that we were working on yesterday. Let me run it so that we can take off from where we started. So yesterday we had these three buttons. This one was supposed to add items on this string grid through an input box, and this one was supposed to calculate how much each waiter. Oh, okay, we were getting errors yesterday. I don't know. Okay, this line have errors. This line have an error, and I think this is the error. Let me just fix this error first before we go any further, because here we are supposed to have, okay, I cannot see well here. Oh, no. Okay, let me come here and remove this. And then what we need to do here, our comma should be here. And then we're supposed to have this here. We had 3 errors, so now we've got 2 errors. Where is the other error? Okay. Here is the other error. Here, did we put the rows here? I may put the columns are supposed to be here. Cells and then columns here. Let me put the column here. I call, and then let's run it. Okay. So those were just the 2 small mistakes we did yesterday. Instead of putting the rows, we put the columns. So let's see how our program ran. Okay, just wait for it for a minute. It's running. Okay, here on this input box, we're supposed to use the input box. See, here is my input box. Now we're putting input tips, waiter, day 1. So we're on day 1 here. Day 1. So let's say she made 5 rand. Just put the tips. Put 6, 7. I'll just try to change the numbers. 8, but it doesn't matter as long as our program is I put a Y there, so that's why it is breaking. So let's come here to display. So you see, now our string grid, we can be able to display our arrays here. So here are the numbers that I have put, but here on B, I was still putting on waiter A. They are showing here, and then on waiter B, it shows 0, 0 because we did not put anything. So here on this button, we wanted to calculate. We want to calculate the total that each and every waiter is going to get after these 7 days. So let's get into it now. So after that, I will put all numbers everywhere here so that we can be able to see that our calculations are correct and is our program running correctly. Okay, let's go back to the code. What happened now? Okay. So I will go to this calculate button. This one is working, and this one to display the items in our array is also working. So right now we need to work on this button so that we can be able to calculate the amount that the waiter is going to make from Monday to Sunday on these 7 days. So let's go to calculate. Here is our calculate button. So here, what are we going to work with here in this calculate button? We want the total amount. So what was the variable for our row? We've got 0. Oh, okay. I have to say variable first to inform the program that right now I'm going to declare variables. We have got 0, and our 0 was a character, and it still is a character. So it was a character. And then we've got icall. Our icall is an integer. Oh. Just did something wrong here. So our icall is an integer. And then here we've got, let's say, our total. Let's declare our total to be real. Our total. And then, should it be a real or integer? Let's just make it a real. Say real. Okay. So now, we want to calculate from here. Let me run the program so that we can be able to see what we are going to be calculating. So here, we're going to add all the items, and then after that, we're going to add all the amount from day 1 to day 7 for waiter 1. Even for waiter B, we're going to do the same. Even for waiter C, we're going to do the same. So we're going to add all the amount. Each and every time a waiter get a tip, we're going to record it here using this button. Each and every time a waiter get a tip, we're going to record it here. And then here, we're going to display all of the tips after we have added them. So right now it is going to show us 00 because we didn't add anything using this button. And then after that, we're gonna have to calculate the total that a waiter is going to get. So I want us to display the total here on let me click on the form. I want us to use let me check, a rich edit text to display the totals. A rich edit text, let me just put it here. And then I will go to the properties. I want to remove this text here. To remove this text here, we need to go to the properties and look for lines. Here is lines. And then we'll open it, go to the to the lines that are there. There was one line, and then okay. So right now I'm going to go to the button calculate. So here, I want to calculate the total amount that a waiter is going to make. So I want to calculate it on the rows. The amount that you're calculating, remember, it will be going with the rows. This row, this row, this row, this row. But we're not going to display them, the calculations on the string grid. We just want to outsource and use the rich edit text. Okay, so we're going to say use a for loop for 0, 0. How many items did we have here on the row? How many items? Oh, the rows have characters. So we've got characters. Remember, for characters, we use quotation marks. A, it is from A to E. From A to E. The quotation marks again. Quotation marks again. One more. Let's go on now. Okay. My project in my Delphi is not responding. Okay, here it comes. The response. It's from A to E, and then So because we want everything to happen inside a for loop, so we're going to put begin, begin, and then here we need to put the columns. There are the rows at the top. Right now we need to put the columns. So we're going to say I call. It's from 1 to 7. Our columns are from 1 to 7. And then here, because we want to calculate the total, we have to set everything to 0. So we're going to say R total will be equal to 0, so that everything can start from scratch. So right now we're going to calculate from the array. So what is the name of our array? I forgot. Let me go back to where we declared it. Okay, it's R tips. Then let me put the items on this array. R tips. We have 0, and we've got I call for our columns. We have our I call. And then now what we need to do, we're supposed to 0 R tips, and then now we're going to use it to calculate. And then we're going to say it is equals to we want these rows here, but then before we go any further, it will be equals to, so we are looking for R total. Where are we going to get our total? So we're going to say R total, it will be R total with R total, R total, and then okay, I think this is not right. No, let me just calculate the total first before I can put this. So let's say R total is going to be R total, because we've set it to 0, R total, and then we are going to add the values in our array. Array tips, it's only 1p, array tips, and then we've got 0 in our array, 0, and then we've got I call for our columns. Okay, let me close, then come back here. So we've got our calculation now. So our calculation, we don't want to display it here, a string grid. We want to display it here in the rich edit text. So what is the name of my rich? Okay, it's rich edit text 1. I'm not going to change it. So I will just come here and say rich edit text 1, rich, to print out the results. Rich edit 1 dot lines, we need dot lines, because this is a rich edit text 1 dot lines dot add, and then we need a bracket. So what are we printing? We are printing on 0. Yep. Remember here at the top on the first for loop, we've got 0 because we want our results to be there on 0. Why is it putting it in the brackets? No. 0. don't want it in the bracket. And then we're going to say plus, where's plus here, plus, let's put rands. So I will put R here because I want the amount to show that it is in rands. And then plus, our total is a real. So I think we should convert here. So because we are going to be, the rich edit text will need our printout here to be a string. So let's take it from float to string. Okay, because here we're dealing with currency. Here's another thing. We're dealing with currency, so I will fix it. I will make it to be fixed. So what do we want to print? We want to print our R total. Total. And then want to fixed. FF fixed. And then I just want 6 numbers before the comma and 2 decimals. Remember 2 decimals because this is currency. Where is my other? Okay, yeah. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, let's run it and see if it is going to calculate. So I've got a warning here. I've got a hint and a warning. I wonder what is it for. But we'll see after. Okay, our program is running. Okay, there we go. Let's just say display. Okay, calculate. Okay, you see, now our answers are 0, 0 because we did not put anything in this array, in this string grid. So let's go to add and put something in our array. So we're going to put everything for this way, for these waiters from waiter A to waiter A from day 1 to day 7. So let's start putting the numbers. Okay, I'll just put any numbers. Okay, let's just say this one on this day made got 5 rand as a tip. Again, 5 rand. I'll just fill the numbers until I get to the last one. We're on waiter B now. Waiter B day 7, waiter C day 1, waiter C day 2, waiter day 5, waiter D now, waiter E now. So we're busy loading the numbers to our array using the input box. Okay, we're done now. So let's display what we have been inputting in the array. Display, okay, our waiters have been getting 5 rands, 5 rands, 5 rands, 5 rands. So let's calculate how much each waiter is going to make at the end of 7 days. Okay, here is the amount. You can see it. There is something wrong here. Doesn't give us the straight amount that we want. So what did we wrong? What did we do wrong here? Okay, R total was equals to R tips on the array from C to icon. And then where did we go wrong? R total, we have set it to 0. We have set it to 0. And then what else did we not do right? 0, R tips, converted everything here, R total. Okay, let's run the program again and see. Maybe it was calculating the ones we did before. Okay, let's add our items. I'm not going to add everything because it will take a lot of time. Just at the first line, 7 7 7 7 7 7 7, we just cancel and break because we are running out of time. So we're going to display here, calculate here. All right, cool. We're done with this program. So what I want us to do today, I want us to let me not create another program. Let me put this here. Put this here. Okay, it's fine like this. And then take the buttons and put them here. Take this one and put it here. Take this one and put it here. Let me add another string grid. I want us on this program to, where is the string grid? Here is a string grid. Okay, in this program, I want us to, I'm not going to add anything on this string grid. It's like this. Just work with it like this. And then I need 3 buttons because the first button will be for calculating the sum. Okay, the first button will be for random. Second button will be for the sum. And then the third one will be for average. How to calculate average in an array. Okay, button 5 and then button 6. Then we change the names of my buttons. Okay, let's say this button will be random. Caption. And then this one will be sum. We're going to calculate the sum here. Sum. And then this one will be average. Average. Okay, so I'm going to use this string grid now. The first thing, we want to display numbers in this array. And then the last thing, okay, let me just put numbers here. In the, you see this highlighted column here, it might show this highlighted column and this highlighted rows. I just want to put placeholders there as numbers from 1 to 4 and here from 1 to 4. Why am I saying 1 to 4? I'm definitely sure that this string grid has numbers from 1 to 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So we can only put numbers from 1 to 4. I'm not going to edit anything because it will take us time. So I will just go straight to the form, double click on the form. It seems as if we're going to have a problem here. I have already put a code here. So what do I do now? Okay. Let me just save this. Save. And open a new form. And open a new form so that we don't have too much problems. Open a new form. Then I will quickly put my string grid. We need 3 buttons, 1, 2, and then 3. And then we need a string grid. Where is the string grid here? It's an addition. Additional. Okay, I'm not going to add anything. I'll just change the names of my buttons. The captions actually. Button 1 would be, we said it's sum. Yeah, we said it's random. Rand. Then the second button would be sum. Then the third pattern would be average. Okay. Let me make sure here it's clear. I'm not going to add anything here because I want us to quickly. Okay, here on the form, I'll just double click on the form. All I want to do now is to, here we can only put, remember, this column is 0 and this row is 0. So we can only put numbers from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because when we come and check here, our row count here, row count is row count, row count, row count, row count, row count, row count, row count. Where is it? Okay, let's look for call count here. Call count, call count, call count. Oh, I didn't click on this grid. Call count, where is it? It's 5. So even our row count is 5. So I'll just quickly go here, double click on the form, and then declare the variables. Let's just say, do something quickly. We've got C, we've got D. Oh, okay, forgot to put var. We've got C, we've got D. I will just make them of the same type because they are both integers. We've got from 1 to 4. Oh, before we go any further, we need to declare our array integer and then close. We need to declare our array, and I am going to declare our array here. Remember, this is a 2D array, so let's name it r what? R count. R count. Array count will be equals to an array, and then we need to put, we said we've got C, and then our C will be from 1 to 4. To 4, remember I have to put 2 dots here, to 4, comma, and then the other one, even the row is like the same as the column, so it will be 1, 2 dots, 4, and then square bracket, of which type? Of integer, because these are integers, of integer. So, okay, our array is declared now. Why does this keep being red and being red? Is there any problem here? No problems. Okay, I was just running it to check if there is any problems. Okay, we have declared our array now because we're going to be working with arrays. So right now I'm going to go to, okay, we haven't put any code. So I'm going to go where I declared my form. So here I want to show the numbers here on the headings here and other headings here. So I will just go to, just make a for loop for, and then we've got C, and then C is equals to Bunny from 1 to 4. It's from 1 to 4, and I'll put 4 here. And then I have to show them on the string grid. What is the name of our string grid? Let me come to the string grid and check for the name. Where is the name? Where is the name? But it should be string grid 1. Yes, it is string grid 1. So I'm not changing it. String grid 1. And then we want to display in the cells, dot cells, dot cells. And then we need a square bracket. Square bracket. and then we've got rows, and then we've got columns. Remember, right now here on this first one, we're going to display the rows, and we are going to start from 0. So here I'm going to put 0 because this line, this column is 0. So I will put a 0 there. And then I will put C because we are only displaying C for now. And then close the square bracket would be equals to, this is going to be equals to, remember, this is an integer and we are going to be using a string grid. So we have to convert to string, int to string. And then what are we displaying? We're displaying C. Okay, see? Let's close and see if it works. All right, here is our C. We have started from 0, that's why it has jumped this one and start here. So right now we have to put our columns. We do the same thing. We are going to do the same thing, bring a for loop, and then, what is happening? Oh, bring a for loop, and then we're going to, D is from 1 to 4 as well. It's 1 to 4. And then we're displaying it in a string grid, so it will be string grid 1 dot cells square bracket. So right now it is vice versa. So D is here this time, comma 0. See, because right now this one will be our 0, so our numbers should start here. So that's why we're doing it vice versa this time. So I will close here, and it will be equal to conversion again, int to string. And then we're printing D now. We're printing D now. So let's run it and see if it works. We've got 2 errors. Where is the error here? Where is the error here? Int to string. Oh, okay. I made a mistake here. Put I on the string and see. Let's see if it works. All right. So now we've got our string grid and we've filled it with numbers. But we haven't used our array. We've declared the array. Here is our array. We've declared it here. So now it's time to use it. So we want to put random numbers here. So we're going to put random numbers here on this button. So what I have now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to declare our variable again, C and D. Okay, C is for the rows and D is for the columns. Okay, they are of type integer. Type integer. Do we need any other thing? Any other? Okay. I was surprised, where does this error come from? So I forgot to put the var because this is a variable. Same thing again, we're going to use a for loop. So it will be for C is from 1 to what? To 4. It's from 1 to 4. then we go. And then we have to put D again. So again, a nested for loop for will be what? Will be D. And our D also is from 1 to 4. One to 4. And then right now we need to put the loop to make our array to pop out random numbers. So it's R, what was the name of our array? R count, I think so, R count. Let me check, let me double check before I do something. Okay, let me write here because yeah, it's R count. In R count, we've got C and then we've got D. We've got C, comma, D. Then I close it. It will be equals to, we want to randomize, we just want random numbers. Random, as it is. Random numbers between what? Let's say between 0 and 20. So we're going to say bracket here and say 20. Start a bracket and then plus 1. Plus 1. Then close. Okay, here are our random numbers, but it won't show anything because we did not print. So to print, I will just copy this because it will be the same thing. Just copy this so that you can be quick. Just copy this and put it here so that you can be able to print it on the string grid. So we want to print it on the string grid. So string grid 1, the name of our string grid dot cells, we've got what? We've got D, we've got C, comma, D. Then we close our square bracket. It will be equals to what? Is there anything wrong here? String grid. Oh, okay, I spelled this wrong. String grid 1 would be equal to, okay, again, because we are working, here we are working with numbers, the string grid can only print values of type string. So we have to convert integer to string, int to string. And then what are we printing? We're printing our array. So bracket R count. Say R count, yep. So we're printing what? C and D, C and D. And then close bracket, close bracket. Okay. Everything is cool here. Let's run it, see if it works. So right now, when we press that button, it is supposed to give us random numbers between 0 and 20 because we have set it to 20 here. Okay, here is our string. Let's press here. All right, so we're getting random numbers between 0 and 20. So we're done with random numbers. So I want us to do a quick calculation of these random numbers. So we are going to sum all of them here and see. So if I can close my program now and run it again, it will give me, and I press this random button, it will give me different random numbers because every time you press this button, it will generate new random numbers. So right now, I want us to come to this button and calculate all these random numbers and just do a simple sum inside the array. So I'll go back to the design. Okay. We want to do our sum here. We need variables. We have C, we have D, and then sum as well must be off. Sum should be an integer. It will be an integer. Close. And then I will just, because I want this to be quick, I will just copy and paste this for loop. The for loop is always the same. Just copy and paste this for loop. And then after that, we can start calculating our sum. But I think I should just set the sum to 0 first. I'll set the sum to 0. Sum. Oh, why am I making capital letter now? Sum is equals to 0. Take it away. Sum is equals to 0. I'm setting it to 0, and then I can start the calculation. Calculate here. So we want a sum is equals to sum. Be equals to sum plus our numbers inside the array. It will be sum plus r count, and then let me see. Yep, everything C, and then C comma D. C comma D, we are done. Okay, I will just show this in a show message. Okay, let's print our results. Let's say show message, and then bracket. Okay. So right now we're printing our sum. Okay, we can write anything we want here. The sum is, and then we're going to put our answer here. So we're going to plus. Okay, we have to print our sum now. Remember, we have to convert, so it will be int to string, and then open bracket, we are printing our sum, close bracket, let's print that and see it works. Okay, let's say sum. Oh, our sum is 0 because we didn't put our random numbers here. So I will go to the button rand. So it gives us new random numbers, and then I will just press sum. Okay, so it have added all the numbers that are here, and then here is the total sum of all of these numbers. Okay. So let's quickly do the average now on this button. Quickly do the average. Double click. What do we need for the average? We need C, we need D, and then what do we need? We need C, we need D, and then we need a sum. Remember, average, you have to sum up the numbers and then you divide by how many numbers do you have. So I will make this of the value integer to be of the value integer, and then we need I forgot something. These are variables, and then we need our average. Teacher say if our average will be a real, because we're going to divide here. When you divide, it is possible that you might get a decimal number. So our average is going to be a real. Let me just put this here. Should I? So we're going to be calculating the average here. So we need one more row here. So I wanted to show here in the string grid. So let's quickly go here to add our columns. We want it to show in the columns. We need to add the columns. Column count is 5. Let's make it 6 because we need to show it here. Okay. Yeah, row count, but I'm just changing the row count. The row count is, let's just make it 6 as well. Okay, so I will just go here and just paste this. Let me remove this now. Okay, let me not remove it. Let's just come here and then our for loop will need to have a begin here, begin, and then here, oh damn. Okay, I'm gonna just take this and put it here, copy, and then put it here, put it here, so that it can be quickly. Okay, delete this. And then here we need to set our sum to 0. Sum is equals to 0. Sum will be equal to 0. All right. And then what we need to do now, we need to calculate our sum. Let me just take this sum here, from here. Take this sum from here. Just take this sum from here so that we can save time. Okay, I'm going to calculate it here. And then we need the average. So we're going to say average. We need the average here. So we're going to say F average F is equals to, how many do we have? We're going to divide by what number? Divide by, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say divide by 4. Average will be our sum, divide by 4. And then let me close this. Let me close this. And then now we need to print. So we're going to print on our string grid. So string grid 1 dot cells. Okay, so here we're going to print because we have got 6 columns here. So we are going to print, this one is 5. So we're going to print it at 5. We want to make it stable, fixed. So we're going to say C and then brackets here, it will be equals to. So we need to convert float to string, and then what are we printing here? We're printing our average. See if everything is correct. Let's run it. Hopefully we don't have any error. All right, there we go, it's working. Let's see how is it going to give us, but I'm suspecting something here. We're printing C, we've got it C. D is here. Let's put our random numbers, put the sum. Okay, here's our sum. Let's put the average here. Here's our average here on the last column. Okay, guys, I hope everything went well on this lesson. And then tomorrow, on our next lesson tomorrow, we are going to be reading text files. So even tomorrow's lesson is very, very important. I hope everything that we did here was very helpful. So we are going to come to the end of our lesson. Okay, guys, our lesson went very well, and I'm glad that you are tuning in. You guys are the best, are the best. So if you have questions, you can email me at mtobisisaqolo@gmail.com.